we've had an extra weekend to digest everything that we saw on Thanksgiving. I've watched more NFL football. I've been reminded of the fact that I'm not sure anybody's really good. And I've come to a brave conclusion. I don't think the Chiefs season is over. I understand that it feels kinda over. But is it over? No. In fact, I can guarantee there are at least 6 days left in the Kansas City Chiefs season. Much more than that, I don't know. I'll tell you that next Monday. Welcome into Everything Else. I am Joshua Brisco, Tucker D. Franklin behind the metaphorical glass. Brought to you by KC Cannabis Company, kccannabis.com. They've got a deal today, Cyber Monday, 35% off your entire online order with promo code Everything Else, all one word. I'll tell you more about that later, but that's the biggest news you're going to get of the day. If we get some Josh Simmons news, you're not going to get better news than 35% off at kccannabis.com. Adult use only, 21 and over. You know this. Here's what you might also know. I do think there is a little bit of breath in the lungs of a nearly knocked out fighter at this point. I am still holding on to a glimmer of Chiefs mysticism that's been rightfully earned and established over these last several years. I'm sure you've had this feeling. It's impossible to think that you haven't, considering how these last several years have gone. So many times over these last few years, you've had a moment, or weeks, or months, when you go, well, yeah, the Chiefs aren't really what I want them to be right now. Let's see where they land in January. You want to count the Chiefs out? You go first. And for the most part, you've been proven right by your ability to sit back, let the season play out, let people react and overreact, and then at the end, 3 years in a row, the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. First 2 years, they won the whole dang thing. I have perfectly distilled my exact feeling, okay? Here's exactly how I feel about the Kansas City Chiefs right now. It was the feeling you have in a movie. Maybe it's a superhero franchise with several installments. Maybe it's just a new show that you're watching. But that feeling you get when you go, uh-oh, hero's in trouble. I wonder how he's going to get out of this little scrape. How's he going to get out of this little skirmish? And you watch a little longer and you go, uh-oh, hero's down. Looking pretty bleak for the hero. I wonder if he's going to make it. And then 30 minutes go by and you go, oh, that looks it. Yep, hero's dead. Can't believe it. Yet again, wow, the hero died. 5 minutes later, the hero's back? Who could have ever seen this happening? That it's all a ploy to make you, the viewer, feel something. You want to feel like the hero's at risk. You want to forget that plot armor is a very real thing in most of our media. You want to let go of the idea that, yeah, of course, it's called Captain America. He's not gonna die. They gotta make 6 more of these things. All of the villains in these stories, you telegraph their weaknesses just as clearly. This is where I find the AFC at the moment. I'm looking around the AFC. I'm seeing a bunch of underpowered villains. And for several weeks in there, even after the Bills game, I think was probably the last time that I could feel it this way. After the Bills game, it's, uh-oh, the Chiefs are down again. I can't Lex Luthor got Superman again. That's weird. There's an hour left in this movie. Crazy that Superman's gonna be dead for the whole thing. Oh, nope, he's fine. He's back. Got it. Superhero movies. So here's the thing now. I look around and I see the Chiefs, the superhero, see them fighting. They're alive, they're still breathing, but man, they're looking pretty beat up. It's like, good God, this is like a grisly one. This is like a Christopher Nolan superhero movie. We're getting some blood and guts, a little gritty, a little darkly lit. Tucker and I are going to talk about Wicked later. I could make a very apt comparison to Wicked right now. I'm not going to, because we're going to at least put up some spoiler guards when we get there. But then you look around and go, oh, well, Josh Simmons is going to be out for a little while. Oh, okay. Well, the next villain they've got is the Houston Texans pass rush. Ooh, they may or may not have Trey Smith or Jawan Taylor. Ooh, okay. Well, the Chiefs sure are wounded. They sure are slow to get up. Huh. We're going to find out on Sunday if we're watching an NFL superhero movie where the hero comes back, it's just a matter of time. Or we're going to find out that we've been watching Game of Thrones this whole time and you do sometimes behead the hero. Spoiler alert for the first season of Game of Thrones. You've probably caught that one by now. The idea of the plot armor that the Denver Broncos are wearing right now, I think someone else made that point on socials yesterday, and I didn't link to it, so I'm sorry for whoever I've stolen that from. It's very apt. The Broncos seem to have the kind of plot armor that heroes have, or that an anti-hero has, where it's well, yeah, they're not going to kill them. They got to save them for the final battle and then kill them. That's what the Broncos feel like to me. The Broncos feel like a team right now that you can't let them look any sort of weak, because you've got to get them to the playoffs where they can be foiled by somebody else. I've never believed in a good team less than I've believed in these Denver Broncos. It's fine. They're going to win the AFC West. They deserve it. It's just nonsense every week. And most of the league is. So again, credit to them. Not taking anything away from them. I just won't be picking them in the playoffs. That's fine. But right now, the Chiefs are in this space where we're all talking about, okay, so who else do we want to root for? Who else, who winning what games will give the Chiefs better playoff chances? It's worth knowing some of that. Root for the Jags. The Jaguars winning the AFC South is actually the path forward here, because the Chiefs have the tiebreaker over the Colts, and with a win, they'd have it over the Texans. Here's the thing. None of that matters if the Chiefs lose to the Texans. You can get yourself a Trevor Lawrence jersey in time for the Jags game this weekend. And if the Chiefs lose to the Texans, this is all wasted breath. And then on Monday, we really are going to be doing a eulogy and then figuring out when the draft guide comes out. But if you've watched the league the rest of this year, if you look at the standings and see a bunch of mid, it's very much in the fabric of this season that no, it's not over for the Chiefs. Just as concerningly, though, it hasn't really started. We're not at a point where you can say, well, no, as long as the Chiefs just tap into the thing that they've shown, well, in the Lions game, I guess. That was before Rashee Rice came back. Well, they can just be the team they were, Lions, Raiders, Commanders, I don't know. Well, these last 4 games, they've gone 1-3. With a win over the Colts, that's impressive. 1-3, huh? Now, those 3 losses were all on the road. I don't know if that's random noise or a secret key that unlocks how the Chiefs season goes, but their remaining road games this year are the Titans and Raiders, and if they don't win those games, they should fold the franchise. I mean, that's those are teams that are no longer trying to win football games, it seems. The Raiders got a little closer, I guess. I don't know. But none of the playoff scenarios, none of the percentages, none of the vibes, none of it matters if they don't beat the Texans. In that way, that is a playoff game. And if you talk yourself into the Colts game being a playoff game, but the Cowboys wasn't for some reason, Slightly less important NFC game and tiebreaker and all of that. Sorry, I saw that there was a quote from Andy Reid. He's got a presser going. It'll still be there after this show's over. You don't need to rush over there. I'm going to read you what this says. From Matt Derrick. Andy Reid says he's confident the Chiefs will win their next 5 games to make the playoffs. Quote, "We're going to try to tickle your tonsils on every play." Hell yeah. What? That's a new addition to the bingo card. To the metaphor sheet. Suddenly Nate talking about unzipping the playbook feels pale by comparison. We're tickling tonsils out here. I feel like the term tonsil hockey is like an old-timey term for making out. Is that... look, man, hey, win 5 games, and I'm... however you want to describe it, fine with me. Andy Reid this entire time has had a secret binder in his office that just says tonsil ticklers, and he just pulls that out whenever they're, 500 the weekend of Thanksgiving and needing to win 5 games in order to make the playoffs. Hey, if it's time for the tonsil ticklers, let's tickle some tonsils. That's fine with me. Whatever it takes, I guess. I've just never... Tucker, I know this is going to end up being... Maybe this is unlikely. If that video clip becomes easily downloadable, you pop that sucker in here in the midst of any segment or any topic for the rest of time. Jared says, tonsil ticklers was my band in college. DFizz, Dan Campbell will bite our kneecaps. Andy Reid will tickle our tonsils. Let's go. I actually support this. I'm seeing a split vote in the comments right now. Put it on a t-shirt, dude. If the Chiefs beat the Texans, let's start making tonsil tickling t-shirts. I am completely down with this brand new turn of phrase that has stopped me dead in my tracks today. That's delightful. Unless they lose, and that's going to be sad and not very funny anymore. So, truly fascinating. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I want, and I don't know, maybe I just really want the rest of this season to still have something to play for. I would rather have a interesting Christmas against the Broncos, where that game may be the difference between making the playoffs and missing the playoffs, rather than just knowing on December 8th that the season's essentially over. That would set up a really sad month of Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders, and look, guys, they're like, they could lose to the Texans, and they're not tanking the rest of the way, and if they tried, it wouldn't matter. If they lose to the Texans, you've got 2 AFC West teams that have more to play for, and then 2 teams, the Titans and Raiders, that have even less to play for than the Chiefs do. Don't worry about draft positioning, and frankly, right now, don't worry about tiebreakers. Worry about beating the Texans. Not that you could do anything about that, as far as I know. You can go out there and be loud. It's a home game. But that's the only thing that really matters. Can you, in the final moments of the hero of the movie staving off death and proving to you, yes, once again, the good guy's coming back, can you tickle my tonsils on December 7th? Question I've asked so many times, and every single time I've gotten the no. Maybe now. Maybe this will be different. Man, we're going to have to retitle the show. I feel like the whole conceit of this episode was all really good, but now this whole show's about tonsil tickling. I can already tell. The offense has not tickled my tonsils in a while. I'll just say that. Wasn't super ticklish for even the Colts game. Like, hey, you know what? Overtime got it done. Clutched it out at the end. Hell yeah. The Cowboys game, very little tickling being done. guess, yeah, you know what? I thought about it, and I am, in fact, speechless. As you will be left when I tell you about an unbelievable deal today, exclusively at Kansas City Cannabis Company, kccannabis.com. I mentioned it at the top. I told you on Friday, but today's the day to get it done. If you're hearing this now and you're thinking, okay, thanks, Josh, I'll do this when I get home. Nope, you can do it right now. You can do it online at kccannabis.com because it's Cyber Monday. You have to do this today. But today, they've got everything 30% off online. That's already an unbelievable deal. But can I make it better for you? Yeah, I actually can. So rarely, but in this case, I and the good folks at KC Cannabis Company can tickle your tonsils with 5 extra %. If you go to kccannabis.com, you place your order, fill up your cart, all of that. When you go to checkout, you have a little place where you can click to add a promo code. You add the code everything else, all one word, everything else, and you get 35% off your entire order. You can do it online at any of those 5 locations, and you go through, load your cart, put in the promo code, place your order, and then you can decide what time you want to pick it up. You can pick it up in-store or through the drive-thru, at least the Blue Springs location, and you can go through the drive-thru at a certain time. You'll go, and you can either put your payment in online, you can pay there. It's all very simple. You've checked out online before. I don't know why I'm explaining that part. It's because it's so easy that if you haven't done it before, you might think, well, this has to be somewhat convoluted. Nope, it's just as easy as I made it sound. Go to kccannabis.com. Everything in your cart you can get off for 35% off today with promo code everything else. But you got to do it today. Go submit your order. You can pick it up whenever's convenient for you, as long as you pick it up today on Cyber Monday at kccannabis.com. They got 5 KC area locations: KC North, Blue Springs, Kearney, Excelsior, and Lottawanna. Go to kccannabis.com, promo code everything else for 35% off today only on Cyber Monday.
Looking for premium products in Kansas City? Whether you're new to the world of dispensaries or a seasoned enthusiast, we've got just what you're looking for. Proudly Kansas City owned and operated, with 5 convenient locations in Kearney, Blue Springs, Excelsior Springs, KC North, and Lake Lottawanna. And our knowledgeable team can help educate and guide you so you can feel confident in every choice you make. Come see for yourself what makes us the most trusted name in Kansas City.
We're going to go after you every game. And, you know, that's how we roll. We're going to try to tickle your tonsils on every play, every game.
I'm fired up. I'm motivated. Tucker, you seem nonplussed. You seem unconvinced. You don't want your tonsils tickled every play?
I would rather do the tonsil tickling than having my tonsils be tickled.
If Andy Reid says we're going to bring I'm going to read between the lines here, such incredible offensive football to your TV screen or in front of your eyes at Arrowhead or into your ears listening to the radio, we're going to bring such incredible football that we're going to tickle your tonsils. I'm going to count that as a win. Now, to your point, I don't know if I would enjoy the sensation of having my tonsils tickled, but
I just want to know what he means by that. Andy, what does that mean, Andy? Do you want us
to fire you up?
Do you want us to well, I don't know how to say this. But is Andy trying to tell us to
No, Andy's telling you to raise your expectations. Andy Reid's telling you to lock in.
All right. That's one way to do it, I guess.
If they make the playoffs,
we have
the live stream after they clinch a playoff berth. If they clinch a playoff berth this year, you and I are going to do a whole hour of trying to tickle our tonsils, whatever that means.
I mean, there's not been many times where I've left an Andy Reid press conference with not a lot to say. This one is one of them. Where we talked a lot, Josh, in the last a lot of shows on KC Sports Network. We have talked a lot about, man, we just wish that Andy Reid would go up to the podium and say something different.
Yeah.
I don't.
Why are you upset about this? This is the best day of the year.
I don't think I meant this. I don't think this is what I meant. But at least we got something different, I guess. Beggars can't be choosers.
Matt says seltzers and Pop Rocks. I mean, I think this is fine. Do you have your tonsils, by the way?
Do I have tonsils? Yes. My
Yeah.
tonsils are still in. I still have all my tonsils. I have all my wisdom teeth. I'm a full human being. There's actually one part of me I don't have. But people can make an assumption in the chat. But yes,
I have my tonsils and my wisdom teeth, and
nice.
I think it's the same loadout as you, if I had to guess.
We practice the same religion, right? Just a weird question, I guess.
Not totally unrelated.
Yeah.
I don't know what that has to do with my tonsils.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a diagram
Hang
of
on.
tonsillitis.
What do Mormons believe in that regard? Actually, since we're talking about tonsils,
Their tonsils? I don't know. I don't
Wow.
know. I don't understand what you're getting at all, Tucker. I've completely been completely left in the dark.
Yeah. I guess we'll never know.
I'm looking at the diagram of tonsillitis here. So your tonsils are like back of your mouth, like they're back kind of uvula depth, but off to the sides, I guess. The more I tell you what, the more I look at this diagram, the less good all of this seems.
The less you want to have them tickled, I guess, right?
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm looking at some pictures. Oh, I'm looking at some real tonsils. I really don't want those tickled.
Oh gosh.
I gotta. Yeah, see, you gotta scroll back up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, scroll back up. I know this. I knew this when I did it. I've been on the internet long enough. I have core memories in my life that are essentially just from Google image searching something and then just scrolling for too long and not getting the kick early enough. Don't just search tonsils and then get to page like 8. It's just you're not gonna like what you see.
Yeah, that's like any disease that you Google and you're like, I wonder if I have this, and you just see the worst ones imaginable on the Google image.
Yeah, right. Why do we do this?
Yeah, it's like here's the worst possible way that this could be tonsillitis, and here you go. It's like, well, it doesn't look like that, so do I have tonsillitis? I don't know, but it doesn't really look like that.
There's actually a lot of tonsils, technically. That has to be a category of things. I'm just reading the comments. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this NFL weekend, tickle your. Hold on. Let's do this again. This weekend of NFL action, tickle your tonsils, Tuck. Tucker the tonsil tickler. That's what I always call him. Triple T. See, Charlie in the chat, I think, has this right. I'm all the way back on the bandwagon, knowing that we're about to tickle some tonsils. That's the best. That's the best.
Everything tonsils.
That's the best.
See,
that's the best vibe shift we've had yet.
Yeah, if the Chiefs are doing the tonsil tickling, then I think I'm okay with it. I don't want the Chiefs to get their tonsils tickled. What are we talking about, dude?
That happened during this show. That's really special.
I saw that Matt Derrick tweet come up on the tweet deck that I had on my other screen here, and I said, "That's AI. There's no way this is actually like this can't be the real Andy Reid. This can't be the real Matt Derrick account." Shout out to Rob Collins, by the way, for that clip. Who he tweeted it out. I was able to pull it really quick. Shout out Rob Collins. Love Rob, incredible guy. But yeah, shout out to him for pulling that via the Chiefs Zoom, which Herbie Teope did just tell me that we have in our Dropbox to clip. So that is going to be real great for me to be able to pull that clip.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a quote.
D-Fizz says, the tonsil tickler Tucker that turned the tide. Thank you, D-Fizz. That is delightful. So the NFL this weekend, Tuck. I mean, man, what a week, huh? It's, they did it all over again. Scott says, hey guys, just joining. What did I miss? Nothing. Nothing. Scott, you could have a million guesses. You could guess until the end of time. And if you couldn't look at the comment section and you couldn't rewind,
yes, you
could guess the secret password a million times before you unlocked the phrase that Andy Reid said today that really, again, has lifted my spirits. I feel better now than I did when the show started, and I felt okay when the show started.
I feel weirder.
Well, yeah.
I feel kind of uncomfortable.
That's fine.
Andy Reid, in short, Andy Reid told us to. He told us to.
Don't think that's really what he meant. I think that's why the tone was so important.
He said, I hope every team comes over and.
I just couldn't disagree more with that interpretation.
Hell yeah!
That's better. So here is actually what re-solidified yet again this NFL weekend. It really freaking started on Thanksgiving, by the way. Do you know what happened on Thanksgiving and Black Friday? 4 NFL football teams lost. 4 of your top 5 or 6 preseason Super Bowl favorites. Lions, Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles. Gone! That is a ridiculous run. And obviously, the Lions lost to a good Packers team. And the Bengals, I guess, are back, which is whatever.
I mean, when you turn the ball over 5 times, you pretty much,
Yeah, maybe the Bengals aren't back and the Ravens are just even more lost than we realized. Yeah. But, just ridiculous football there. And then yesterday, I haven't memorized the most recent ass list, Tucker, and for that I apologize. I believe the Rams and maybe one other team were alone in their respective top tiers. I don't remember. Or did you have the Rams alone entering the weekend?
Rams were alone in not ass. No team
and they
was
lost to the
badass.
Panthers.
Yeah, and people gave me a lot of slack for not putting the Rams in badass. They're like, hey, you got to put Rams in badass. And I said,
I would have.
I said, hang on. We'll just wait. Just wait, Bryce Young. He's got to play Bryce Young. Hang on.
Got to play Bryce Young. Matt Stafford hasn't thrown a pick in 7 months. Let's go ahead and see if he throws 2 against the Panthers. It's crazy right now. Because Ryan Scott Hall tweeted, I was going to pull the tweet, and then I forgot that I got so distracted by all the Tonsil talk that I'm completely disoriented now. Ryan had, of Amateur Hour fame, you know Ryan Scott Hall, you're listening to this show. I was going to get his exact phrasing here because I just think it becomes such a fascinating prism of where the sport is at. Ryan said, I think, if we're honest, we can all admit that there are no good football teams this year. Yet another path on the ass list, the muck, everybody is the Chargers, all of that. Meanwhile, I've never seen a league with more unbelievable individual talent. If you just watch Red Zone, you are going to see 32 teams that should probably be 6-6, and then a superhero movie every 30 seconds. Brock Bowers and Max Crosby should go on strike. Not for the whole NFL Players Association, just to get away from the Raiders.
Yeah.
They are both unfathomably good football players playing unbelievably useless football. Get Myles Garrett while you're at it. See if you can liberate the Jets. But there are so many unbelievable players, so many completely believable teams, and the refs have never been worse. I think that's just the state of the NFL right now. I believed in the Rams, the Panthers beat them. Believing in any team at this point feels like a faulty exercise. Believing in players seems useless because Matt Stafford was the runaway favorite for the MVP and then he lost to Bryce Young, who's now the runaway favorite for MVP. That part's not really true. The Bears are the 1 seed in the AFC, Seamus. No, I can't explain it. I really can't. That's just everybody. I really don't know what to believe, which is why I have a little bit of extra rejuvenation in hoping that the Chiefs figure it out in these final breaths of their season. Because I really do think you get to the playoffs and you start flipping coins. That's not even a Chiefs argument. That's just a randomness argument. But that's where the league is right now.
It is in a very interesting spot. And again, it is just a reaffirmation, I think, week after week for the ass list. I think the ass list for this week, if you listen to that football show already, Matt and I kind of talked it out in the second half of the show. Basically, it's oh yeah, what else are we supposed to do? Because the Chiefs didn't play a football game, and we had to watch all of the other football games happen.
Yeah.
And it's also very fun. Towards the end of that game, the Broncos game started going on, and Matt couldn't help himself but then comment on every time Bo Nix dropped back to throw a pass, and we had to make a comment on it. And I was like, Matt, this podcast is going to be out. People are going to realize that this game ended in overtime by the time this podcast comes out. I obviously said that during the show, and everyone can verify that. But it just is another notch on the affirmation belt for the ass list for us working through that. And man, I did see that, the Raiders were finally eliminated. The Titans finally eliminated officially. There are some really bad teams in the NFL. I know that we like to talk about how there's like no good teams, but there are some really horrid, putrid teams in the NFL right now. And the Jets won. And like that's the other part. The Jets won a football game yesterday.
That's right. The Jets are 3-9. They have their own tier in the ass list, and they're 3-9. They're one game behind the Bengals that just beat the Ravens. Come on.
It is literally insane. What's all going on, and it is the parity, and it might be just because this league is so talented, because there is like that parity, because there's so much talent with every team. And I know there's been some conversations about like league expansion in these other like the NBA, right? Or MLB. WNBA is one that is rapidly expanding, which they might be expanding too quick, right? Because if you have all these like super teams, you want to disperse the talent for more parity. But if you don't have all the talent to disperse, there's just going to be some really bad teams is really what it comes down to. I think the NFL's at a good spot right now where it seems like you mentioned Max Crosby, you mentioned, Jeffrey Simmons, like those guys, good football players on bad teams, but there is talent on every team. I think it's more evident than ever that like coaching really does matter in the National Football League. I think that's been kind of clear. But
did I text about the retraction? Did I send a text to you or the group chat about retraction? I was thinking about this on Sunday, and I don't think I ever texted it, and I love where your head is going right now.
But I mean, we're talking about the best quarterback coach that's been a coach of a team that now has three quarterbacks he's gone through that are just dog water. So I mean, in the Vikings,
I think we could get down to 28 teams.
Probably.
I think, and you know what? Here's new idea. All right, you guys don't want tanking, right? Tanking's bad, and I'm not. And hey, we're not talking about demoting to the SEC or whatever.
The SEC would run over the Raiders and the Titans. By the way, like the SEC would not be close. It would not be close.
Whoever Lane Kiffin's coaching now, great chance to beat the Titans.
Good choice.
He can just be a different team every week.
Ooh.
Here's my offer, okay? This is going to become the most top-to-bottom electric season in NFL history. And we're not doing it next year because I want to give everybody a chance. 2028. Whoever finishes last in the division is retracted permanently.
Wow.
We're going to get rid of 8 teams. We're going all the way down to 24. Because we are taking the last team in each division, and you know what? Maybe every 10 years you cycle it out.
Ooh.
But if you say, you know what, we could really do some good here. The Jets and their play. If this was happening this year, the Jets players free agents next year. Browns free agents next year. Titans and Raiders free agents. You're free now. Giants. Right now, do the Vikings. That'd be a tough one.
Oh,
That'd be a tough one.
Well, do you do straight up free agency, or do you do like a draft, like an expansion type draft?
It's better for content to do like a draft of some sort. But I want these players to taste true freedom. I want Max Crosby to hit the open market. Your contract with the Raiders is voided, and you're just free to go again. The Saints and Cardinals. Sorry, but you haven't offered a whole lot to the league in a while.
Oh, God, no.
Aggressive retraction, and then now you're going to end up with nothing but super teams. You can raise the salary cap, keep it the same number, for the whole league. And you get punished for if you're incompetent. We can also do it this way, okay? That's aggressive retraction. Less aggressive retraction. If you don't have a 6-win season for 3 consecutive years, your franchise is folded. I need you to win 6 games every 3 years, or else it's just going to be.
That's a low bar.
I feel like it's a relative. Maybe it's 4 years. We can figure out what we need to do to just go ahead and wrap up the Browns. I just feel like they're done.
Let me check this out. Let me
These
go
are
to Pro
my
Football Reference.
these are my sure to work plans that, and then if you want after a few years, Roger Goodell can, bring in some other rich benefactor and say, hey, congratulations. Now you get a team in like Ottawa or whatever. Like we can start doing some Canadian team. We'll expand worldwide. You can start to expand back out again as you've brought a new equilibrium.
I think that's a phenomenal idea because we need something else that we need something else. Like looking at the Cardinals right now, looking at the last 5 years of it. Okay, I guess they won 8 games in 2024. Wow, I don't remember them winning 8 games, but in 2022,
think they won like 7. They were like 7-0 or something ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. In 2022, they were 4-13. 2023, they were 4-13. 2024, they got lucky and were still under 500, but they were 8-9. This year, they're 3-9. They're hurtling towards a 4-13 season again. Who do the Cardinals have the rest of the year? Actually, let's look at
the Cardinals were 6-4, by the way, in 2024, and then they lost 3 in a row after the bye. But see, that's enough to save your team. It's not enough to save your season, but it's enough to save your spot in the NFL. We're also applying stakes from the bottom.
I think, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they can win another game. They have the Falcons, I guess, still left, so they could probably beat the Falcons. But they could probably
imagine that game being for the city having NFL teams.
Yeah, I think it adds stakes where there is no stakes currently, right? The Falcons have gotten there because they've been 7-10 from 2021 to 2023. Then they're 8-9 last year.
But that's the new floor now.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure. Hey, hit those 6-7 win seasons because you have the wrong coach and wrong quarterback for 2 years, and then the rebuild takes 2 years. It's been 4 years without winning 6 games.
Chicago Bears win percentage in their history is just over 500.
Maybe we just need to bring the XFL. Is the XFL still happening?
The UFL.
It's the UFL is the one that made it?
Yeah, the United Football League. It's between the USFL and the XFL. They joined, boom, and created one big league that is the UFL, which is funny that they don't use the XFL kickoff.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Wow, that's very funny. I didn't realize that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we can do the relegation thing. I would really like to set Max Crosby and Brock Bowers free. That's really what this all stemmed from, is I've just watched them hurt my team and do amazing things for their team and thinking like, man, imagine how much better Patrick Mahomes would use Brock Bowers, or how much good Max Crosby could do in Kansas City. It's all very selfish from the basis, but that's where I'm at. Tucker got a lot more real football takes out in that football show in that Verderam, a very good episode of that. If you have other football takes you want to get your wriggles out on, the floor is yours. We've talked a lot of Tonsil today, and I did not anticipate pitching a new retraction system. We have a lot of nonsense today as well, so I'll leave that call to you. I feel like I've given a lot of genius ideas out today for free already.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have any more football takes. I'm trying to figure out when the UFL season starts and if they're actually going to have a UFL season now, because I did know that they did announce some new teams. Like they left. Now they're the Louisville Kings. Is that they have a team? They've got the Columbus Aviators and the Orlando Storm.
Are those new?
Those are new teams, I believe, into the season. I'm trying to find like their news tab. They're writing about UFL kickers shining in week 12. I don't care about that.
Season
tickets are on sale, so they must be having a season.
Well,
I guess that doesn't really mean anything.
I bet there were some USFL, AAF, XFL, IDKFL.
Do you remember the AAF when it started, and there's just like, and it was like, all right, this is a new league, and then it's like we're 3 games in, it's like we can't do this anymore.
Yes, I do, which is why I used to care about all of these. I used to know all the teams. Back on the radio show, we like drafted the teams we were gonna root for and everything, and my Arizona Hotshots existed for like 4 games.
Great,
and it was like, well, I'm interested in buying your starter jacket for 95% off, but otherwise...
They were sponsored by Starter, weren't they?
Yeah, it was sick. They had great branding and apparently terrible finances.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Season ticket memberships is what they call them, actually, by the way.
Yeah, it's because you pay for the right to be called if they have a season next year. Like, hi, I'd like to reserve my spot in line for the iPhone 29. It's like, that's cool. We're hoping to get there someday. We'll let you know.
One winner will receive a season ticket member of the game experience for the 2026 home opener. Experience includes a pregame locker room visit, honorary flag carried, and in-game recognition of the season ticket member of the game. Winner will also receive a $500 UFL shop gift card to gear it before the season's home opener.
I feel like if we both enter for that, we're going to have like roughly a 50-50 chance of winning it.
How much do you think? I'm at the St. Louis Battlehawks right now.
I was going to ask if you, I feel like the Battlehawks, if they are paying attention, if they move quickly enough, I feel like we could make you a significant part of the St. Louis Battlehawks organization.
I'd be director of morale or.
I think you could be doing player personnel and the like in between quarter hype up entertainment. I think you could draft players on a unicycle.
I can't ride a unicycle, but I would certainly try.
I feel like the Battlehawks were like, hey man, here's a blank check. Learn how to ride a unicycle and you can run our football team. Like, sick. You're doing Savannah Bananas stuff, but for the St. Louis Battlehawks.
You know, they have a 400 section in the stadium. I didn't realize how big this stadium was.
I mean, is it the old Edward Jones Dome?
Dome at America Center, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that what that's called now?
Yeah. Kind of a dope name, to be honest with you.
What's it called now?
Dome at America Center.
Dome at America Center?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Andy Reid all over again, dude.
Come on! No better place to tickle your tonsils.
We have to take a break.
Let's do it.
Missouri, your moment is finally here because DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is now live in your state. Now you can make every game even more exciting with same-game parlays, money lines, props, and more, all from your phone, all safe, secure, and easy to use. Missouri fans know game day. The tailgates, the noise, the passion. Now with DraftKings Sportsbook, you can bring that same energy to every snap, every touchdown, every win. And right now, new Missouri customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. No waiting, no nonsense, just pure action powered by America's top-rated sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code KCSN. New Missouri customers bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. That's code KCSN. The crown is yours. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, physically present in Missouri. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
If you only heard the audio just now, you think, wow, that Tucker Reid sounded great. Tucker, where were you?
I was at the Body Fit Gym in Kansas City. You can find it. It's off of Main Street in like Westport Roadish.
I haven't seen that yet. That was my first viewing.
That was a debut. Well, no, I think it's in that football show this morning, but
it is
on YouTube.
Really, really good. Very much worth the trip to the video if you haven't seen that. That's, of course, on the KCSN YouTube channel where you can see everything that KCSN does by and large. Yep. Man, that's from the changing in shots to the bear crawl at the end. Some of your best work, truly. It's such a privilege to see that idea come to fruition.
There is one show that I recorded 2 ad reads there, and then ultimately we had some DraftKings who wanted us to record another ad read that I didn't ultimately get to use. The pre-launch ad read that you'd heard for the last week, I didn't record at obviously the gym because I recorded in my basement. I didn't have that ad copy when I went to the gym, but that ad read that I did first, I was on a cable machine and I was just doing like cable flies. I was doing like triceps. Like that was a solid one, and I might have to go back and like reshoot that one. And the ending of that one was just me doing a bunch of like different dumbbell lifts on a bench as well. So like that one was really good, and I'm kind of a little bummed that was only in like one. I do think this one. I think that the one that just aired was better than the.
It looks great too. Like it's well shot. It sounds good. my only note for the evolution is that I would love for it to just keep getting harder for you.
Right.
I would love for it to be 25% heavier next time.
Right.
And then the third version, you are really straining through like my favorite touchdown. The next one. You're like, I really want to. I don't know if DraftKings wants that, but I want that.
So this is a really interesting conundrum that I found myself in when I went to go shoot this, right? It's just like, I don't want to look like a little baby doing a little weight, but I also need to be able to talk at the same time.
Right.
So there was one cut of me doing, I think it might have been bicep curls on the machine where I had like a decent amount on and I was like doing it, and then I messed up midway through and I was like, I gotta lighten this up. Like it's messing with the dome. I mean, I'm getting in my head about this because I didn't want to look like I was soft, right? I needed to when I was doing my incline bench, I had to get like the 65-pound dumbbells. I couldn't just do like 25s. But then there was a conversation, an inner dialogue that I was having of like, well, is it actually funnier if I do lighter weight? Like, is it actually funnier if I have got like the 5 pounds?
That is funny.
And I'm bench pressing the 5 pounds, right? I'm only doing the bar or like
just one with one hand.
Yes. I mean, is that funnier? Well, usually a little peek into the inside the brain up here, peek inside the curtain. Usually when I think about things,
those tonsils.
Yeah, peek behind the tonsils. I usually think about things with how funny would it be if I did this? And like that's how I think about everything. It's like, would this be funny if I did? It would be funny if I did this, and then I usually do that thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a good time. I had fun. Shout out to Zach for showing me around down there, getting the connection into Body Fit. That's the Body Fit basement. They've got a whole. So Body Fit Gym is a gym that's in an old bank down in like it's like a block from Westport. I can't remember what road it is exactly, but it's like right just off of Main Street. The streetcar runs right by it, right? So if you're down in that area, go check it out. They've got jujitsu, they've got CrossFit training, and they have the Body Fit basement right there where I was at. Has all of those machines. It's like perfect if you are a bodybuilder. It's also a strongman gym as well. So they got all the strongman equipment of the stones. They've got the heavy bags. They've got the sleds. I mean, it is.
So that's
legit.
That's the evolution here now. I mean, we've got some like real World's Strongest Man stuff.
Yes.
In the pipeline. That's really good. I don't want to volunteer and then take this back, but I really do think I would show up just to like be your spotter and just like object mover in the background while you're crushing the Reid. Like I just feel like I want to be involved in that.
Yes.
Really, really tremendous stuff.
They also have 2 safes in this bank building. I just saw Jackie Moon commented, old banks have the coolest buildings. Very true. They have 2 safes that are still like built into the building, right? Yeah. One safe, they have all of like their dumbbells and kettlebells in, which is kind of sick, right?
Extremely.
It's like that's where they use like their weight storage. The other one, they can't open it. They've never been able to open it since they've had the building. Yeah, so there's could be like dead bodies.
Insane. Yeah, it would drive me crazy. I would be sure there were either dead bodies or money in there. Of course, it's almost certainly empty, but. Right. Like, I would be concerned. I mean, not concerned. Not hopeful either. I would be curious. Bodies? Money? Storage space? What do you mean they haven't? I mean, they've
never been opened.
They didn't. But aren't there people?
Crack it.
Aren't there famously like safe crackers that will come like open? Is it just too old and too good of a safe? They made so strong of a safe that not even God could open it?
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't really pry that much.
They should let me try. Yeah. I'll figure it out.
It's the... Do you know the SpongeBob? You know SpongeBob?
Left, right, left? Yeah, I'm familiar with the Sponged Man.
I think they're inside of Sandy Cheeks' bubble. Ayo. And...
That's the what dome?
And Patrick goes, let me try to open it. And he tries to open the door. And he goes, two. Open sesame. And I think about that way more than I should as a 27-year-old man. And I actually went and saw some movies this weekend. I saw Eternity. I know that we want to talk
How
about
was it?
movies.
Give us a CRT filter. Give us some movie
Okay.
reviews. We'll move some of our holiday stuff to Friday. We got a whole month to do some of this. This is fine.
It's a great
I'm in
point.
no hurry. And let me tell you this: Friday's show is going to be: are the offensive linemen healthy? Can they block those pass rushers? Find out on Sunday. So we'll have time for holiday season.
Okay, Eternity. This is the movie with Callum Turner, Dua Lipa's husband.
Totally news to me. I had to look him up last time we talked about this, but I recognize the other people.
Good-looking gentleman. Miles Teller.
Knew him.
Good-looking gentleman. And the name of the woman escapes me.
Was it not Elizabeth Olsen?
No, I don't think
I've been thinking it was Elizabeth Olsen this whole time, but now I'm questioning if that's true or not.
Let me quick little Google search. It is Elizabeth Olsen. You are right.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you crushed it. John Early's in there too. He's hilarious in that movie.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a question about this movie without you spoiling it? Because I don't want you to spoil. I'm not gonna see it ever, probably.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Did you find the ending satisfying?
Yes,
Really? Okay.
I did.
Okay.
It is
watching the trailer. I was like, I just don't. Landing this plane seems really hard.
Yeah, no pun intended, because Miles Teller, he was famously in a plane movie.
Yeah.
Top Gun, Maverick.
He was Maverick. Yeah, he was. That's
yeah.
true. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
100% right.
Thank you.
Tickled
I'm
my
just connecting
tonsils.
dots. I'm just connecting dots over here. Yeah, so what did it get on IMDb? 7.2, 76 on Rotten Tomatoes, 91 on Fandango. I thought it was a little bit better than that. I thought it was a good film. They're calling it a romantic comedy. I don't necessarily there was comedy elements to it, but I wouldn't call it a rom-com, right? It's not.
Do you think people say that about this show? Oh, there are comedic elements within. I can tell that sometimes this show is supposed to have jokes in it.
Right? Yeah. It is funny, and they have comedic relief sides, but I thought it was more romantic than comedy. It's not like Adam Sandler 51st Dates, right?
Right.
It wasn't like
Riley makes a good point. It's called Eternity, but the movie ends.
It's an interesting twist on the afterlife, and I think I kind of enjoyed that. And there's some funny little jabs in there. Seth would not like it. Overall, I enjoyed my time watching the movie, and that's usually how I gauge movies. Of oh, yeah, I didn't hate my life while I was watching that movie. And I didn't think it was a waste of time watching it.
That's great. Okay, very good. I love that that's your barometer for if something is a good use.
I got a low bar, man. I got a super low bar.
And
Sometimes
you still watch Chiefs football this year.
that's true, and a lot of times I watch bad movies because I still enjoy watching them. Right?
Yeah, sure.
People will call a movie bad, but I was I don't know. I had a good time watching it.
Okay, I'm gonna do. You don't have to look at the Google Doc, Tucker. You can, or I'll just lead. I think this is our official last warning that we will do a Wicked spoiler conversation on Friday's show. I'm moving it down.
Okay.
If
That's
you
fine.
have do you have the holiday season
I got it right
graphic?
now.
I've got this for you, and then we're gonna continue holiday season nonsense on Friday's show. I've built you a multiple choice game to play. Okay, one of these answers is true, and I'm going to give you the 4 answers. Everyone can play along.
Okay.
Finish the sentence for me.
All right.
On Thanksgiving Day, in my home here with me, Renee, and our 2 dogs, on Thanksgiving Day, we A, finally put away our Halloween decorations, B, completely finished our Christmas shopping, C, turned on our house's heat for the first time, D, ordered $500 of Christmas lights.
Wow, that is a very well put together question because I could see literally all of those happening. I think I'm gonna go with A, put away your Halloween decorations.
That is incorrect. Renee was on top of that a little bit earlier. It was well into November, but they were put away by Thanksgiving.
So can I still guess again?
I'm gonna have you keep guessing.
Okay.
We're back to Alec, dear friend who I officiated the wedding of between him and his wonderful wife Caitlin, who is Renee's longtime best friend. Alec knows us quite well. He says, I believe it's the Christmas lights. I'm going to let you have that bit of info. Someone who knows us quite well there, Tucker. Your options now. Also good for the chat. B, completely finished our Christmas shopping. C, turned on our house's heat for the first time. D, ordered $500 of Christmas lights.
Alec also says in the chat here he follows up with no way you guys finished for Christmas shopping. I'm kind of in that same boat too. I think that one is that out of all of them, I feel like that was the most unlikely one.
Interesting.
I know. I am gonna go with the Heat.
You are correct.
Boom!
We made it until American Thanksgiving.
That's
without
crazy.
turning the AC from off to
That's
heat.
Crazy, dude.
It was. I am bringing it up now because, frankly, I'm proud.
Yeah.
We have. Here's the cocktail that led to this. Espresso martinis, baby. No, the cocktail that leads to this is that we live in an older house with like drafty windows and stuff.
Yeah.
As hot outside, getting warm inside. Cold outside, getting cold inside. Right. We also are, you know this of course, our like main living area is very open. It's actually like a combined like living room, dining room, kitchen area place because it used to be a garage. That was before we bought it. And so we've got kind of an open plan there. And then the basement is unfinished, so we can get a little bit of the temperature controls making it down there. There's like a little vent, but it's not a lot. So in the winter, we figured out we take our space heaters around, put them in the room that you want to be warmer. You know, that's kind of been the logic until we woke up on Thanksgiving and it was like 20 degrees outside. Yeah. And I told Renee, said, I think it's time.
We can't do this.
I don't think I can do this anymore. And we've got our offices and our bedroom, small little rooms. You close those, and it's gonna change by 15 degrees while the door is shut.
Yeah.
But Alec is resigning from our friendship now. Sorry, Alec, you got to turn in your keys. I think
it's tough.
But yeah, that was it's just the latest by far that I think I've ever made, and I like it chillier. I think it's on like 64 now as our baseline, and I have no intention of putting it higher than that unless we have a really good reason to. But Renee right now is downstairs, I'm sure, under like a pile of blankets with the space heater rocking down there. And it's cozy. The basement gets cozy when you lock in like that. This is my slice of life. Thanks for coming to today's show.
Do you guys have gas heater?
And every once in a while, it kind of depends on what we eat. But
that's why I threw heater at the end of that after I said that, because I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah. Yeah, we have, I don't know, man, we have a lot of bills. I had
to pay Spire, that I was like, this seems like it's more. Well, obviously because we're using more. But then I did a little bit of research. I was like, because it has like a tab where you're like, hey, what's the rates? And I was like, okay, interesting. It's like November, we're going to charge you more. And I was like, hey, hang on a second. We're already using it more. You don't need to charge us more, dude.
Yeah.
Chill. Yeah. Hang on.
Listen, Tucker, I know it's the Christmas season. Maybe be a little more giving. Maybe there's a data center somewhere that could use that energy more than you could, you know? Maybe you shouldn't be so selfish.
God forbid I try to put food on my table.
God does forbid that. God asks you to give
he does.
energy to data centers.
That's a great point. He needs data centers.
I put out the Christmas decorations yesterday. I was Renee went off and had an art show, so I was up and at 'em early. You got the video, the quick little tour of that. I didn't send it to Renee because it was a secret. So that felt nice. Renee's all out for Halloween. She's saying in the chat like Christmas isn't one of her all out holiday decorating days. I really like Christmas, but I don't want to put lights on the outside of the house. Right. If I'm going to go up on the roof again, it's going to be to clean out the gutters. Like, I just got to, that's, you know.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, and I'm not. And I missed my window for this year, fall gutter cleaning.
As we're currently recording a podcast, it is just so much snow is coming down right now.
It hasn't stopped snowing since 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. Also, if anybody out there does gutter cleaning for their work, please DM me because I would like my gutters cleaned. Or if you hang Christmas lights, I'm in the market of Christmas light shopping to see who will hang them for me.
Okay, here's my offer, Tucker. Oh, you have a multi-story house, right? It's like a couple levels.
I mean, it's
up.
just like one with a basement. Basements don't count.
You don't have an upstairs from above the basement? Maybe I was thinking, you know what? When I was over that one time, it was the basement door, so that was throwing off my
So like we have our house like the garage is underneath, right? Is around the back.
Yeah.
Pull around the back, and then the garage is back there. Yeah.
I'm thinking about heights because I was gonna say, listen, I haven't done it for my own gutters since the spring. I probably should have done it already. I'll come clean your gutters for $100. If I die, that's going to be on your conscience, but I'll do it. This is the thing where I don't want to do it. I haven't even done it for my house this year, but I've done it successfully multiple times now in a way that I'm like relatively proud of. And so I'm like, yeah, I could. Yeah, you need somebody to clean your gutters. Oh, just call Josh. Josh will come do it. Okay, last question of the day.
I hope.
And then we're gonna lean into
some. I think you're gonna pull up. I hope you pull it up. You're gonna have to guess. Yes, 100%.
Okay.
One. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great question from Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. Complicated answer for me.
Because I was thinking about this as well.
Scott says, are the laser projections a cop-out? Asking for a friend. My knee-jerk reaction is yes. That they are a bit of a cop-out. I don't know if that's bad. But this is the thing. I don't want to go hang real lights. Yeah. I don't really want to be on a ladder. I'm more comfortable on the roof than I am climbing the ladder to get on the... Once I'm up there, I'm up there. Permanently. I don't know how to get down.
I don't leave.
I don't leave. I'm up here. I live here now. I'm on the roof. So I think my... Part of it's like a knee-jerk nostalgia reaction. Where it's like, well, yeah, but I mean, like, that's not what it looked like when I was a kid. We had lights. We had dangling icicle lights. I love the lights that hang from your gutter. So they seem like a cop-out. But I don't know, Scott. Are your kids going to, in 20 years, are your kids going to go, man, I love those laser projections. They feel just like Christmas 2025.
Oh, that's a great point.
They might. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. At some point, we were putting lit candles in real trees inside. And then, like, enough houses burned down that we're like, let's not do that anymore.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. I can tell you that.
So I don't know.
It is significantly cheaper.
And easier. When I drive past them, though, I think, like, oh, that's somebody bought a thing, you know? Mm-hmm. When I drive by and someone's hung light, there's an artistry to it. But would I rather see the laser projections than a dark street? Maybe.
See, that's where I'm at right now. Is my house is so dark. Like when we drive by our house, like we have like our porch light, right? Our patio, our front patio light, and like that's fine. And we've got I moved one of the bulbs, the smart bulbs outside, so we can change now that light too.
I've thought about doing that. I might do it with the one that's currently in front of me right now. I've thought about putting it out front. Like, well, I could do that.
We did that for Halloween, is what we did. So when we did all the colors on it, yeah.
I set up our bulbs throughout the house to a little Christmas preset where I've got half of them are green and half of them are red, and it's like, aha, a little free cheer that required very little work.
Right. See, that might be something because we have
the work is part of it. You know what I was going to also add today? You know who I think? He's at lunch right now. This would have been a very funny idea to have thought of earlier. I'm not going to do it now. Today is my grandpa, Papa Bill's 92nd birthday.
Wow.
He was on a ladder last week, if I had to bet. I know he's on a ladder every 6 months minimum, because I hear a story about him being on a ladder, and like one of his neighbors coming over and being like, Bill, I'm gonna call Stacy. That's his daughter, my aunt. I'm gonna call Stacy and tell her that you're on a ladder again. And then he'll be like, yeah, I think he cleaned his own gutters this year. I believe is what the most recent story was.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't know if he's going to have Christmas lights up. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he went up there and was like, yeah, you know what I know he's not doing? There's not a damn chance he's setting down a laser projector to point at his house. He's either going to get on a ladder with his 92-year-old bones and he is going to hang them light by light, or he'll just keep the fire going in the basement that's been going, perpetually for the last 60 years. And that's an exaggeration, but barely. I know he wouldn't be putting the projector out there.
Do these projectors, you have to plug them in, or are they like battery powered?
Probably varies.
I'm looking at one right now. Not that I'm trying to buy one. I'm shopping around because we need more Christmas cheer around our house because our neighbors like bring the heat. So like our neighbors also really big with Halloween. I think I think that it kind of has to, like, the what is the saying? The tide raises all boats, or rising tide raises all boats. So, like, that's kind of what's trying to happen right now. We stepped up our game with, like, Halloween decorations. Like, we got a skeleton that was going outside. We had, like, a light-up jack-o'-lantern, like, of some fake pumpkins that we put outside, right? So we could reuse those suckers. So, like, that, we're good. But we need lights for the house. Because I mentioned, we don't have a lot of lights on the house. So now I'm wondering, do I just get, like...
I got it.
What do you got?
I got it.
What do you got?
I got it. Call Tara. I've got it. Skeleton.
Yep.
Santa hat. Isolated spotlight.
Yes. Hang on.
Laying on the ground at the bottom of your, he is fallen off your roof. He is sprawled out on the ground. Skeleton. Santa hat. A harsh spotlight that will ruin Christmases around your neighborhood.
Oh, dude, Harbor Freight has one for $20. A spotlight.
Yeah, that's industrial. I want it to be so bright that it really makes it harder to appreciate the other lights around you in your neighborhood.
Wow, this is a really good question from Matt Mice. Projectors greater than inflatables? What are your thoughts on inflatables? Yard inflatables.
I like the idea of them. They seem very impractical to me.
I have a picture to send you of yard inflatables. My neighbor, again, as we mentioned, my neighborhood decorates for all seasons.
Yeah.
This neighbor went all out for Halloween and had a yard full of Halloween inflatables. Now they have a yard full of Christmas inflatables. I need to send you a picture.
I'd like to. We both read the same. It's very funny, Scott, but we can't. If we read it, we're gonna fall apart here. This show's already been really tiptoeing through sanity.
Very, very, very close.
I like to see the inflatables. I don't think I'd like to put them up and put them away and everything. That seems impractical. Here's the thing that I'm really wrestling with in a genuine way. That sends me back to the projector thing and all of that. I think that the perfect, ideal genre and tone of Christmas decoration that I really want to strive for, that I get the most holiday joy out of, is, just to throw a dart, I don't know, the late 90s. Like when I was 6, when I was 5 years old and had the joy of a child's eyes during the Christmas season. So now everybody's like, I don't know, man, these projectors and these inflatables, they're just not doing it for me, 30-year-old man anymore. I know why that's happening. I know that nostalgia is a powerful drug. But I want a little more of it, It's Christmas.
Yeah. I can't believe that there's kids growing up in this white, like this, how like everything is like white for Christmas now, like the farmhouse white type of like Christmas of just like we want to make everything. So I want to say the word whitewash, and if I was to say the word whitewash, I think that would come off a little bit different, but like, yeah.
This little plastic fake miniature Christmas tree is as old as I am. Look at this. Look at this. You see this?
Oh yeah.
This is 1996. This is me in a cowboy hat.
Yee-haw.
You can't project this on your garage. Well, I'll tell you what, though, if you can, I would love that. If you want to project my 2-year-old face on your garage to inspire some Christmas cheer, you feel free to do it. You don't even need to ask my permission. You can just do it and send me photographic evidence.
I think that's perfect, though. That's the thing is, like, when Tara and I do have kids, we're not going to do this whitewash Christmas. We are going colored lights. We're going tinsel. We're going cookies. We're doing a bunch of other stuff that also is Christmassy. But those are the only things I can think of right now. We're not doing the fancy ornaments. We're hand making ornaments, right? We're getting the ornaments that don't all match color wise, right? We're getting the ornaments that
it's got to be a disparate set collected over decades.
Yes, and it needs to be a collection of your family memories hanging on a tree. That's what Christmas trees are supposed to be, not these cohesive things that you bought at the Pottery Barn or wherever the hell
See, this
they're
is a
buying
good take.
stuff at now.
I'm sure someone disagrees with it because people have different experiences.
Gingerbread houses. Yes, thank you, Paul.
What do you put on top of your tree? Good question from Jackie.
We need to do a tree topper, so right now nothing's on the top of our tree.
I think this is your chance to do something weird. If you do it now,
Patrick
it'll be a
Mahomes.
tradition in 10 years. So it's like, I mean, if you've got like a hand puppet you want to put up there, put a puppet up there. If you want to put a dumbbell up there, that can just be what you have.
Sick. Yeah.
You know?
Tara and I got to find a new one because a lot of our stuff is like hand-me-down, right? Like some stuff that Tara got from her family,
Right.
that she had when she, and then I
Got
some
memories
stuff.
in it.
Yeah. So like we have all that, but we didn't get a tree topper, right? Put a
Seamus.
large can of White Monster.
Finish the monster, punch a hole in the bottom of it, plant that sucker on top of your tree.
You think I can do it without her noticing?
I mean, you have to try now.
I have to try. Yeah, I'll try, and I will let you guys know how long it takes her before she's like, "Why
Yes.
is there trash on top of the tree?"
Yes. Put that on top of the tree, take a photo, and then start the clock.
Yeah.
Because that is a good idea.
White monsters do tickle the tonsils, Paul. You are damn right.
They sure do. Like, in the most literal sense of anything we've talked about today, I think White Monster literally tickles your tonsils. We've done more show than we meant to today, and that was leaving several nonsense things on the cutting room floor. I've got Christmas music recommendations. We've got Wicked for Good reviews. We've got incredible developments in our Instagram Reel algorithms. But that is going to do it for today's tonsil tickling episode of Everything Else. Hey, you want something else that's going to tickle those tonsils? kccannabis.com. 35% off with promo code Everything Else for your online order today only. Do not sleep on this. Make it happen now. You're running out of time as I speak. I can't believe you haven't already ordered. 35% off, kccannabis.com. Big fans of the KC Cannabis Company folks and been awesome partners of this show. Thank you for tickling your tonsils with us here today. For Tucker D. Franklin, D stands for diagrams of tonsils. I'm Joshua Brisco. We'll talk to you again on Friday. Till then, bye, Mom. Should we tell people about the raffle?
Yeah, I figured if I threw it up there, they'd kind of get the gist of it. But
Yeah.
please donate. Please buy tickets. Get the stuff. Help kids. You love Christmas? You love kids? Well, I got something for you.
I do love Christmas and helping the kids, but I'd really love a Michael B. Jordan signed Creed poster, you know? It's just tough knowing I'm out of luck.
Well, you better hang on to your tonsils.